Hi, how y'all doing? It is Sunday, the 28th of January 2024. Here in Ontario, Canada, the skies were blue when I woke up in the rising, and I seen the sunrise, and there was that one star in the sky, only one. And then I seen the jet or the plane, jet, whatever, up high doing the chemtrail, contrail, right? And whited out the sky. But when I woke up in the rising, I looked at the weather app and it said fog. When I looked out the window, there was no fog. There was no fog at all today. So when they whited out the sky, it started snowing and it was 2 degrees out. Strange, with no wind. Not sure what they're doing there, but I know the good guys are in control, so I'm not worried about it. It just would have been nice to have a sunny day with a blue sky like it was in the rising instead of it being all whited out, right? So yeah, um, seen a few things in the news that I read. It's not the news like mainstream media news, you know what I mean? It's just other stuff. And what's going on in the east region of the realm is Muslims are boycotting all the American restaurants because of the war in Israel, right? With them stealing the rest of the Palestinian land. So yeah, KFC, Krispy Kreme, whatever is a US brand restaurant, Pizza Hut, all these things, they're boycotting. So the profits for those companies have gone down since the beginning of this conflict. That I found interesting, right? Um, I watched a really good video today. I can't say the man's name on his YouTube channel, but he lays out the receipts, right? All the newspapers from the early 1900s from Canada, Montreal newspaper, and the United States, like the New York Times, all this, right? Showing how the Khazarian Jews mafia, the satanic cult, invaded America and Morinka, right? What's his name? Yurik. I can never see his name. But yeah, really good. Does the breakdown. They love their symbolism. They started by getting it, buying everything up, all the movies, all the newspapers and all that, right? And then they did their same stories like Mockingbird Media throughout the newspaper world, right? Saying that 6,000 Jews are dying and been displaced and are starving and all this. So people started sending money to them, right? And yeah, it was like every other day. They got hypnotized pretty good by the subliminal in the newspapers. But yeah, the Satanists believe in Satan. I mean, the Jews believe in Satan. They don't believe in the God, they believe in the Satan, right? So that's why they've been kicked out of every country in the world. And ours was the last for them to invade. But they've lost here too. It seems that being a Satanist does not pay off. It doesn't pay off. Going around raping and killing and stealing, you know, does not pay off. So I guess they'll find out because we are in this time, right? Where, yeah, that'll come to an end. It's coming to an end. So, yeah, I wrote something down, but I can't remember now, so I gotta pick up my phone. I was trying to do a new angle for videoing. Oh, the thing about Texas, too, about one of my videos yesterday, is I was watching a little excerpt from the Tucker Carlson here in Canada, and there's a trucker convoy going through Texas to go to the Mexico border. Supposed to be there in a couple of days, right? So I guess maybe they're going to go down and see if the migrant problem is what's being shown, right? See, I see things a whole different way because I don't believe in the news, not at all. Ever, and plus, since watching this video about how they've done it in the newspapers since the 1900, early 1900s, like 1901, 1902, it proved that um, Hitler wasn't who people think he was. All these Jews were supposedly dying every year before that, up until 1938, right? It was just how they brainwashed the people back then into believe that the Second World War was a thing when it was Russia kicking fucking the Jews' ass, right? They had had enough of them too. But yeah, and every president, actors, all these people have gone to kiss that, what is it called? Like, it's not called the crying wall or whatever, but it's called something wall in Israel, in Jerusalem, I suppose. I think it's Jerusalem. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, really evil country. Real bad. And they're super wet, rich over there too, right? But so we're supposed to feel sorry for them. Not in the least. I don't care what people call me. Call me a racist. Which race am I racist against? The ones that have been kicked out of every country in the world that cause nothing but harm? Oh well, sucks to be them, right? It does. So yeah, maybe that's the reason why it's out in the news too, because the trucker convoys going down to Texas and Mexico border. I'm excited. I think it's good. I see it totally different than everybody else. I was talking. My first son came to visit me in the Rising, and I was talking. He sees it with his logical, analytical mind. Unfortunately, right? He's awakened, but he's still stuck in the dogma of the education, the indoctrination system, this way of thinking. But I'm working on him. I'm working on him. My vaxxed son, my youngest too, sent me a message saying he's moving home on Wednesday. He's coming back Wednesday. Him and his girlfriend broke up. But we shall see. You know how many times that boy's phoned me and saying that he's broke up with his girlfriend? At least once a month or two. So, yeah, I ain't holding my breath for nothing. I just hope that if he does come back, we can get along. But because he's asleep, he took the blue pill and I took the red. But source never gives me any more than I can handle, so I'll be fine. I will. I'll be just fine. Oh, that's something too. China? In China, I was reading that they pretty much kicked Hollywood out of their country. None of the movies from the United States is resonating with the Asians anymore. So, yeah, they ain't doing it no more. How about that, eh? They're not going to get subliminal messages from the movies from over here. It's a wonderful thing because they have to keep their culture strong. China's a very old country, one of the oldest, and their culture is very important to them. So you don't want to have another country coming in and swaying your country into thinking different ways, and that stuff's okay when it's really not because it goes against your morals, which is what's happening in America, right? For sure. I also read that the education system's all worried because the AI GPT chat, right, can write essays and everything for students and all this. So guess what? They don't need the teachers anymore. This is the downfall of the education system and all the narcissist teachers. Because to be a teacher in this day and age, they only hire narcissists. And it's been that way for a very long time. If you're lucky, if you've had one good teacher in your life, you are really lucky. In the education system, that is. Maybe that was an empath that slipped by. Who knows, right? Who knows? That's another thing, too. They get you afraid of the AI, right? It's always in the news. The government talks about it. How they can't control it. It's going to grow too fast. right? Anything the government says, you gotta think the opposite. They're just there to tell you fearful shit. All right? AI isn't smarter than us. It could just do stuff faster. That's all. Because it has a big database to draw shit from. It doesn't have to look in this book, that book, and meditate and whatever, you know? It does that faster that way. And it's here to help us. It's not going to hurt us. Part of the medbed technology is AI. Okay? Think about it. Everything they say that they're afraid of in the government and on the news, the bad guys are afraid of that, not the good guys. It's here for a good reason. It is. So don't let it scare you, okay? Don't let it scare you. I watched a little video from Tucker Carlson there in Canada yesterday, and he was coding big time, right? Like, just talking about, like, look at that hat. Trudeau's got on a white hat, all right? And then he was like, Trudeau's a master of disguise, right? He pretends he's blackface, he pretends he's Indian, like East Indian, right? Indian. And it just goes on like that. And I was like, of course, because Trudeau has already been Gitmoed along with his wife. This is 2019. This is a guy in a disguise. I don't know how can't be more in your face, but it's because people look at it in a logical way, the way they were taught in school. They believe that what they see on the TV is the truth. They don't see the codes. And the codes are easy. Once you awaken more and more and more, you'll see them. But I was like, right on, because Tucker's not really Tucker anymore either. The other one was Gitmode. This is 2.0, right? Somebody in a mask. Because the white hats don't use clones or AI. Well, I guess they use AI. I'm not sure. I'd have to relook at that. But they use lookalikes, masks, stuff like that. Because everybody's been replaced. Right? When I noticed too the other night when I was watching Rod Hayes and the Empress Rarebird that he showed a picture. He said these are pretty much the white hats, and it showed a group of men standing in a photograph. It was too far away though, so I couldn't see them, but I believe they were all melanated, right? That have been fighting the real Indians that have been fighting against them since they invaded in the back, right? Because if people knew about them from the beginning, well, they probably would have gotten taken out. This is a war, right? So there's so many things in a war, like the wind talkers and the code breakers, right? That you were told about in the Second World War. Well, they never went away. They've been working behind the scenes for a long time. Look at the amazing job they've done, right? Might not be perfect the way everybody wants it to look, but it's working. And I appreciate them very much. I don't usually like secrets and to be lied to. But when you're in a war, I understand that you have to be stealthy, subterfuge, stuff like that. You learn their plans, you go in, pretend you're a bad guy, learn what they're doing, come out, and you stop it, right? And then you go into hiding because these people are going to be angry because they don't want to let go of their power. Liars don't like to be caught. They really don't, right? They put up a big fuss. I'm not lying, you're lying. How dare you? They turn it on you, right? It's called reflecting it on you. So if somebody treats you like that when you're talking to them, you know that they're lying. And there's so many other ways to know, too. So, yeah. I had a weird dream just before I woke up. Can't remember it. It was giant monkeys or something, big monkeys. And I don't know. Somebody was talking to me. I don't know, because I have a spirit guide that's a monkey. And dogs are my spirit guides, right? They're in my dreams with me when I need help. And they were saying, oh, don't do that because they'll get angry, right? And there was these lines or something, like silver ropes, or I don't know, it was just different, right? I'm not sure what it meant. But yeah, different. I wonder what they're going to make the weather do tomorrow. How are y'all enjoying your weekend? Are you feeling good? Are you happy? Are you healthy? Are you coming from a place of love? I always do. That's how you stay positive. Your heart gets bigger and bigger and bigger. More full, right? It's just unfortunate I don't have a lot of people to put it into that are in my immediate area. So it's another reason why I'm doing this channel. Because I love you all. I do. Alright? As long as you're a good man or womankind, you cause no harm and tell no lies, we'll get along just fine. Right? Yeah. The Schumann, I told you already, didn't I not? Is at 16. It was 14 to 16 today. So, there's that. Not super high energy, but energy nonetheless. Alright. I think that's all for now. I think I'm going to go find myself a Chinese ancient hero movie to watch. See what I can learn. I've learned so much about ancient China and Japan, and it's getting better because I never paid attention to this stuff before. Because you find the truth in the movies, especially the fantasy, right? You don't take everything literal, but pay attention to what they say and what's going on, the actions, right? So yeah, all right, that's enough. I love you all as a consciousness. Enjoy this night or day. Okay? Okay. Bye.